Jonty and Kate have teamed up in the lounge to make sure every nook and cranny is thoroughly explored for any hidden treasures.
Jonty, have a look at this.
Ah, what looks like to be a carved tooth. Now, where was this from?
Oh, me and my dad bought it at a boot fair.
Yes?
I believe it's a scrimshaw.
You're absolutely right. Anything that's carved in this manner, in a primitive form, on teeth, on bones, is known as scrimshaw.
Right.
And these were done in the 18th and 19th century by sailors who went around the world. They were hunting for whales, and often they would carve on teeth and bone of the animal itself. So what did you pay for it?
We paid about £10 about 9 years ago, in a boot fair.
Well, that's about the right money for this object.
Yeah.
OK. Do you know why?
We don't believe it's real.
Spot on. Spot on, absolutely. This one here is a fake, and you can tell by looking on the underside. Here, this is resin, and that's the reason why you've got this rather rough bottom here. It's completely different to what a carved tooth should actually look like, the underside of a tooth. And the way you can tell, because the colour is right, is to put a hot pin, a very hot pin, right into it, and if it goes straight in, then you know that it's a fake. And have you done that?
Yep.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
So what was the result? What actually happened?
It went straight in. You can see there's a few marks in the bottom here where we've done it.
You've had a go. Well,
but you know, there's always the element of doubt, so...
Yes, yes. So it's really a decorative object.
Right.
If we were to put that into the auction sale, then that's OK, as long as everybody knows that we're looking at a copy and not the genuine article.
OK.
OK? So we can put it in the auction sale, and let's hope we can get your money, and maybe a little bit more.
OK.
But nothing more than that.
Right.
OK?
Good. OK.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but we need something of a much higher value if we're going to hit the Stelling's high target today. I find another table in the hall. Surely there'll be something lurking in the drawers there. Jonty spotted this ostrich egg on a silver base. It once belonged to John's grandfather. Collecting natural history specimens was once a popular hobby, and there are now international trade treaties protecting rare species. Your local auction house can advise you on the sale of such items. Now, as an antique, this ostrich egg is acceptable for sale, and Jonty gives it an estimate of £10 to £15. John hopes to buy a boat with his share of the proceeds. But I tell you what, at this rate, I think it'll be a small dinghy you'll be getting. John, there's loads and loads of tools here. Is this all for pleasure?
Partly pleasure, partly business.
OK, so when you're not working, what, you're tinkering on cars like this?
Yeah, tinkering with cars, doing them up.
And when did you realise you kind of had the talent for, you know, being an engineer?
It's down to my dad. I mean, when I was very young, 5, we used to go down the basement, and he used to be working away in the basement. He used to be hammering nails in wood and bits of chain. All started there, really.
And away from the work, what are the hobbies? Because I can see a serious golf set up there.
Yeah, I like to play golf, not in this sort of wet weather.
No.
Yeah.
You're a fair weather golfer,
no,
then?
No, not that fair weather, but yeah, when it's a little bit warmer.
What's your handicap?
15.
15? Oh, you're decent then as well.
Not too bad.
Any other hobbies?
Go-karting, holidays, I like being in the sun.
Yeah, little bird told me that, well, the little bird was your sister, actually, before you ask, but that you go on about 7 holidays a year?
I used to, yeah. I don't know why I used to, but I've cut it down a bit.
To what now?
About 4, I think.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm lucky if I get 1. So is that where this idea of getting a boat and sailing off into the sunset came from?
I think I've just always been in the sunshine since I was a child. We've been lucky with the parents taking us away every year, and I think I'm just destined to live in the sunshine, really.
And do you think that dream's going to become a reality?
I'd like it to be. It's going to be a big push. It's going to be different, but...
Well, listen, I can tell that you're itching to get in on that car. Tools are just behind you, but you're not going to get in there just yet. OK, we've got to find some money, and we've got to find some treasure. Well, I'll help you once we've found the treasure. How's that?
Then.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah, so it's back to work for us as we join Jonty and Kate for some serious rummaging. In the spare bedroom, she makes a scoop when she finds a set of 6 silver spoons. Her parents collected silver over the years from antique fairs. These spoons are in their original box and are hallmarked 1946 Sheffield. But it's another low valuation from Jonty. He gives them just £20 to £30.
Jonathan, what about this display cabinet here? Can this go to the auction sale?
Yeah, definitely.
How long has it been here?
Well, it's been here since we moved in, about 21 years ago.
Right. So what, part of the family or your father's? What?
Yeah, it's my dad's, possibly my granddad's.
The cabinet itself is in very good condition, but I noticed that here we've got a glazing panel that's cracked.
Yeah, will it take a lot of the cost off?
Well, it will affect the value, but not a great deal, because if we look at the cabinet itself, the actual timber construction of the cabinet, it is all very good condition, because this is mahogany, and look at the detail. Here, if you look closely, we've got this little boxwood stringing here. So it's not just here on the front, it runs down the side, on the front of the door, all the way down the leg to the little spade foot. It's very typical of a piece of furniture that was made around the turn of the century. And display cabinets like this were very much in vogue, in fashion. It's what everybody wanted, and it was almost like an extension of the 18th and 19th century where everyone collected everything. So it is definitely worth putting into the auction sale. I'm going to be a little bit conservative on price, simply because of the damage here, but it's still going to sell, and we're looking at £40 to £60
All right.
when we go to the auction sale. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
You look a little bit disappointed?
I thought it'd be a little bit more, but it's not a problem.
I don't want to put anything that you don't want to sell.
No.
Brilliant. Excellent.
Yes, excellent-ish. We're going to be here all night at this rate, unless we unearth something of high value soon, so the pressure is most definitely on. We don't want to be rummaging hard into the wee small hours.
Jonty, have you seen some of these stamps in the albums here?
Oh, let's have a look. How many have you got of these?
I've got quite a few albums.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So whose stamps are these?
Oh, they're my dad's.
I have to say, this is an extraordinary collection of stamps. How many have we got?
Oh, I've got probably about 12 albums, 15 albums.
So, when did he first start collecting stamps?
Years ago, before I was born.
So, I see that all of these, if not the vast majority of them, these stamps are in mint condition, which means that they've never been used.
Yeah.
If we just take this collection here, and just looking at this page, this Christmas page, which is not that old, here we've got the date 2000, just this page alone is worth £50 to £70. Now, for many years, stamps were in a bit of a malaise in the price area. It was really quite stagnant for quite some time. But in recent years, just in recent years, all of a sudden it started to rise again. You must have had some idea that this is a very important collection, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely. It means a lot, well, it means a lot to me, because it's my dad's collection.
So have you ever had these valued? Have you ever considered putting these into an auction sale at all?
I would do, if like, obviously the price is okay, good, and someone can appreciate the stamps.
This is such an important collection, we've just got to show the others. Kate, Aled, are you there?
Hey, what have you got here?
Ah, hi guys.
Nice stamp collection.
Well, before we go any further, I want to pay tribute to your father, because this is one of the most important private collections of stamps I've ever seen. At auction, we're looking at in excess of £1,000.
That's amazing.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, listen, you don't have to decide now. Take time to think about it, you know, weigh up the sentimental value to the actual value. You know, I think you should maybe go away and have a think about it.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that if you decide to put the stamps in the auction, then we're looking at £1,530.
Oh, £30.
Yeah. You can buy an oar to go with your boat. Isn't that lovely? You wanted 1,500, we've given you 30 quid more. But you know, that's Jonty's lowest estimate as well, so we're hoping to get a bit more than that. Take time, and next time we'll see you at the auction.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That collection boasts some terrific first day covers. If it does make it to auction, it's possible that John and Kate could make almost their whole target in one go. Here's a reminder of some of the other heirlooms that they will be bringing along. The old Meccano set with the aeroplane made by their dad when he was little. That should be snapped up at £50 to £100. The 2 World War helmets and other militaria that their dad collected. Jonty reckons one of these helmets could be highly sought after, as it still has its netting in place. £100 to £150 was his considered opinion. And finally, those 2 examples of German pottery. plus the Liberty pewter tankard. We hope they'll raise some cheer and bring in £30 to £50 on the day. Still to come on Cash in the Attic, is somebody helping John and Kate's cause?
Dad must be poking him on the back.
Do you think? And there's no sibling rivalry here.
I love you, John.
There's a lot of love in this room at the moment. But will it still be in the air when the final hammer falls?
Large Aunt.